guys, Bradley tuning in, coming out with another video. Things are about to get a whole lot easier for your local renter here in the GTA. I want to share with you why and what it means for the local investors. But before I get started, my name is Bradley Watson. I do videos like this all the time, keep you updated on the latest tips and tricks here in the GTA. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. I'm going to continue to put out fantastic content. But today I want to share with you my predictions on what we're going to be seeing as far as vacancy here in Toronto through the end of 2019. We have so many people moving here. In fact, we have over 100,000 people coming every year to the GTA. Yet, according to an Urbanation study, we found that at the low in 2018, the second quarter, it was a 0.3% vacancy, which is so low. But now, as of second quarter 2019, it's 1.5%, which is still low, but quite a drastic change. So we've seen a big change in the way of development of rental spaces, but where is this coming from specifically? Let me introduce to you a rising trend in the rental space and every renter's best friend, purpose-built rental suites. Once again, the demand for rent has gotten so high that it is now financially responsible for builders to divert their attention away from condos into purpose-built rental spaces, and they are coming very, very quickly and changing the supply game as far as rental goes. In fact, in the last year, we have reached a 25-year high for rental apartment completions. And many would say that the rent that's being charged has actually softened in the last year. Now, for those of you who think, oh, rent's gonna go down in price, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, that's not happening. But you guys know in the last few years, we've seen some ridiculous price growth as far as real estate prices and therefore rent prices. But let me tell you, because of the now movement of supply coming in our market very quickly, we are starting to see this softening taking place. There are two big reasons why these builders are now moving in. And there's a few advantages that they have, and I want to share all of those with you. First off, we now found that the government has removed rent control from anything after 2018, which is a great thing for keeping rent low, by the way. We've done videos on this in the past. The other thing is CMHC has offered additional assistance, including loans that are now assisting in the development of these. Historically, what has happened is people have leaned towards condos because they know they're going to get 80% sales before they begin construction, so the money's up front. But because of these loans now, it's no longer making much of a difference. In fact, there are now 3 advantages to those who want to build purpose-built rentals. But before I move into those 3 things, I want to read for you what Ontario.ca has to say about rent control. And this is after November 15th, 2018. It says this: "This guideline also does not apply to new buildings, additions to existing buildings, and most new basement apartments that are occupied for the first time for residential purposes after November 15th, 2018. There you go, that's a government site. So these builders are off the hook. And so now with rent control gone, there's now a huge opportunity again to start building and getting things done. There are 3 big reasons why these builders are opting for purpose-built rentals where they could have opted for condos. Number 1, they're able to get their product out faster because there's not this 1 to 1.5 year time lag in selling condo spaces. Now things can roll out a lot quicker. Number 2, the costs are lower. No longer are they having to pay for a sales team, marketing, these overall management costs in anticipation for building. They can get right into it. And number 3, my personal favorite, they are finding just as big an opportunity in the long-term profitability of renting these spaces. The 2-bedroom units in Toronto are going anywhere from $2,300 to $2,600, and they're identifying this as a great investment. And so the question is now maybe you're thinking, okay, well, as an investor, I've got all these bigger developers and investors moving in because they're seeing there's opportunity here. I don't see that as a downside. We've been telling people for some time now, get into the rental market. People have been buying condos and flipping them into rental spaces right away because it is so good. There's so much money to be made in this business. But now the developers are saying, hey, we want a piece of that too. And so they are starting to move in. And good news for tenants, we are finally seeing some stability as far as rent increases go. And we can expect it to be under 5% this year. Again, I'm sorry if you're hoping it goes down. That's just not the way it's gonna work. But fortunately for you, you're not gonna see these ridiculous increases we've seen over the last few years. So there you have it, and the word is out. Long-term rentals is where it's at. Even developers are starting to move into this space to take advantage of some of these opportunities. We've been saying this for some time, and if you do not have a rental space or multiple rental units, I highly encourage you to continue to look at whether it's channels like this or otherwise, but start to learn how it works. There is a tremendous opportunity for you to make incredible wealth in this arena, and I am here to help you. Should you have any questions, leave in the comments below or reach out to me directly. But I'll see you guys next time, and I'll leave you guys with a question. Do you think the latest standard lease agreement is working? Do you think rent control and all these changes have made a difference? And what kind of impact can we expect to see in the future? What direction are we headed here? I'd love to hear from you guys. I'll see you next time. Take care and keep it real.